Hello adventurers, and welcome to another Black Desert mobile video. This one's going to be a really quick video, but I'm going to try to give a little bit more detail since there are so few activities that I'll be covering. This is going to be me continuing the series where I'm kind of like things that you should be doing daily, weekly. This is going to be the one where it's things that you should be doing on a monthly basis. So because it is kind of brief, I am going to go into a little bit more detail on like what the requirements are and then maybe like a little bit about what you should be doing. But because there are so few activities and you have a whole month to do them, you have the option. You can either knock them all out in one day or just kind of take it at your own pace, but do try not to do this all on the last day of the month because it does get kind of difficult, especially whenever it comes to the PvP stuff. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So the very first thing that I wanted to talk about, which as you might be able to tell, I'm in the desert right now. The first things are desert temples, Trials of Ator, and Mirages. So the very first thing is going to be temples. There was a recent update to these temples where it's actually a lot easier to do them. So they lowered the number, I think it was like 24 temples in total, down to 9. So as you can see, there are still hidden quests. So you'll have to figure out like what are the hidden quests. There's pretty good tools out there like Black Desert or BDM.tools. That website helps you find all of those. And then also I think there's channels in the Black Desert Mobile Discord where you can also go to look for what are the hidden quests. But BDM tools is definitely what I recommend. Really quickly though, I did want to say one more thing. Before you can access any of this, you have to complete the family quest, the opening of the desert. And that's going to be true for temples and also Trials of Ator. But for temples, it's really great because you can get a lot of runes, Adonna's coins, relic fragments, and Trials of Ator passes, of course. So as you can see, there's 6 basic temples, and then there's also going to be 3 greater temples. The greater ones are going to give you a lot more passes, and then the normal ones are going to give you a pretty good amount of Trials of Ator passes as well. But also just a heads up, these hidden quests, they should change every month. Because there was a recent update, I don't actually know if they're going to change them or if they're going to keep them moving forward, but I guess we'll see next month. Like I said, use those tools if you're having troubles finding them, but these are pretty quick, pretty easy. And then of course you can go to different difficulties, so you can do Immer, you can do Torm, or you can do Shazad, which is what I do. If you're newer to the game, try to stick to Immer. You should get pretty much the same rewards in terms of Trials of Ator passes, but then like the other rewards, you'll probably get like a little bit less, but honestly, I barely even noticed the difference when I moved up. So that is pretty much it for temples. So what I did want to talk about next, which was Trials of Ator. This is really, really good for your CP progression. So I've been doing this for a while now. It's still relatively new, but I've already gotten 1000 CP just from doing this. And then also, as you can see here in the bottom left, these are the other rewards that you get just for doing the repeats of these. So you'll get some crystallized totems, which is good for your totem progression. You'll get these chests, which are really good for your runes. So you'll get magical essence, some relic fragments, these boss fragments, and then also the refined black crystals. So all of those are really good, but also the further you progress, the better these individual rewards are. So you can get a lot of rewards just for doing them for the first time. And then also, as you can see, the difficulty, I go about 3000 CP higher than what my current CP is. And that was kind of true like the whole way through up until where I'm at now. So I did the last level and I'm only at 51,000 CP. I'm a little bit higher now. So just kind of use that as a rule of thumb. Like even though you might be at like 30k CP, maybe you can do the 33,000 CP run. So just kind of try it out. And then if you fail, there's really no risk. You'll get your passes back. So keep that in mind. But Trials of Ator is really important. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was Mirages. These are also fairly new. I believe they came out August 22nd, so super new. But to actually access this, you have to finish a family quest, which is called the Pilgrim's Chest. I don't remember doing that, but I guess I did it. So yeah, I wish I could show you how I did it, but I don't have anything on that. So maybe on my new account, I'll be able to help you. But Mirages, there are 9 of them, and then you can do them in any difficulty. So you can do them in Immer, Torm, or Shazad. So It's kind of up to you. Obviously, the difficulty scales with which map that you're in. Like I said, there are 9, and then there are tools out there to help you find the ones that you're looking for. So as you can see here, there are different maps here. I think this is also from BDM Tools, but these maps will show you where these mirages are exactly. So each one of these habitats will have different monsters in them. I'm also pretty sure that their CP will increase based on like where they're at. These rewards, they're not super good, but something's better than nothing at least. So yeah, make sure that you're doing those. And then also, if you're like in a guild or something, try to like just do a guild call for where they're at. Like if I were to go visit this, it would take me to one of these locations. And then the rewards, again, they're not crazy good, but they're definitely worth doing. You'll get a lot of chaos crystals after you do all of them. And then to actually get into these, you'll need these little mirage sands, I think is what they're called. And then the best way to get those is by doing your exploration logs. So they're traces of mirage. You'll be using these to get inside, and then as I said, make sure you're doing these exploration logs. You can like either excavate, do some quests, or just do the temples. What I would normally do is just do all of my temples and then do excavation while I'm running around. And that will pretty much knock out everything that I need to get these traces. So pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Just do those, and then that is on a monthly basis. But this is definitely something that you can knock out all at once, especially since they did change these temples. So these temples are really easy to do. All you really have to do is do all of the hidden quests. I will leave a link to BDM Tools in the description of this video. Shout out to BDM Tools. They're super helpful. They help with a lot of different things. So yeah, thank you. So that's pretty much it for the desert activities. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next thing, which is going to be everything over arena. So let's take a look at that right now. So to actually access arena, what you're going to need is you'll need to be level 50 or higher and defeat Black Main, which is in North Calpheon. Once you come over here, this is going to be your arena tab. So the things that we'll be looking at is Ranked Arena and Ramoness Arena. These are both really good for Black Pearl gains. There are some other rewards, but I don't actually care about those, so I'm not gonna cover them. What I really care about is the Black Pearls. And then actually, I guess I will cover it. So you can also get these weekly victory rewards, at least for Ranked Arena. So the best part about this is that you can get max stat Abyssal Lightstone chests. These are super nice. If you're like me, you have a lot of Abyssal Lightstone chests, and like you can probably get a max stat one, but this is guaranteeing you that you'll get a max stat one. This is pretty nice. But the thing that I did want to talk about was the Black Pearls. So what you'll need to do is complete all 10 of your placement matches. So just kind of like an overview of Ranked Arena if you've never done it. You'll have 10 placement matches where you will earn a rank of Copper through Platinum. And then once you've gotten your rank on that, you can work your way up to higher ranks, and it goes all the way to Challenger. So a heads up for Ranked, you cannot use auto combat. And then also every 5th ranked match, you'll earn 2 times the victory points. And then also like if you're on like a win streak, you'll also get more points. But yeah, points are just win. Just win and you'll get more points. So this is also really good because the season resets every month. And then whenever you're doing these matches, whenever you're moving up a rank, so I guess I can try to show you. So whenever you're moving up from gold to platinum, you will have promotion matches. So this is like whenever you're going up a division. Kind of keep that in mind and try to win those promotion matches. Those will be pretty important. But if you're lucky, normally what I do is like I'll just try to rank in platinum right off the bat, or if I get gold, I'll just go to platinum. So something that I did want to show you was a different chart here. So what I wanted to show you really quickly was this adventurer's guide. This is on the Black Desert Mobile website. So this is pretty much everything that you'll need to know about the arena, but what I'm specifically looking at again is Ranked Arena. It doesn't show you all of the rewards here, but it will show you here on this page. So I'm gonna show you that right now. Once you've completed those 10 placement matches, you'll get 150 Black Pearls, but then based on your actual ranking at the end of the season, which the season will end on the last day of the month, you'll get more rewards for this. So based on your victory points, you'll get a ranking, but if you're gold, you'll get 700 black pearls. If you're platinum, you'll get 1,000, and then if you're lower, you'll get less. But what I normally shoot for is like go for around gold. If you're a newer player, it's okay if you get bronze or silver, just as long as you're getting something. Make sure that you're doing this because these are free black pearls, and black pearls always help you out in the long run. That's pretty much everything that I wanted to cover for Ranked Arena. So the next thing that I wanted to look at was Ramoness. So for Ramoness, you can also get these weekly bonuses where you'll get different chests. I'm not super concerned about these. I don't think these rewards are like crazy good. So what I would do is really just make sure that you're participating in this because the season rewards are really nice. So if you end up in like the top 20%, you'll get 700 black pearls. And then also like just barely playing, you'll get a decent amount of black pearls. So like if you play a few games, you can get like in the top 60% and you'll get 400 black pearls. If you play pretty much anytime this is open, you can get a lot more. It does get kind of difficult because a lot of people start playing this. I feel like it kind of died for a little bit, so hopefully more people are getting into it. I know some people really like PvP content, but other people find it a little stressful. Try to find a match if you can. Some of these matches, it is hard to get into, but also be mindful of the times that these are open. So Ranked Arena is only open on the weekdays, and it's like later in the day. And then for Ramoness, it's open weekdays the same amount of time, but then it's also open the entire weekend. Weekends are normally like the time that I'll go for it, but because it's kind of more of an open time, there's less people on more frequently. So pick and choose whenever you can make it, cool. Whenever you can't, that's okay. You have an entire month for this, but do make sure that you're doing this honestly is like a good way to practice your PvP skills, a good way to practice your strategy. And then also what I would recommend is make sure that you have different setups for your skills. So whenever you're doing Ranked Arena, check out like guides for your class that will be good for like skill setups, because you can have really good skill setups for 1v1s, but your skill setup might be different whenever you're doing mass PvP or whenever you're doing like 3 versus 3s. Kind of keep that in mind. That's pretty much everything I wanted to cover on Ramoness and Ranked Arena. So the last thing that I wanted to talk about was Murrowak Labyrinth. Here in the Everfrost region, as you can see, there is a monthly entry of Murrowak Labyrinth. So whenever you click this, these are the requirements. You must be 39,000 CP or above, and then also level 80 or higher, and you must have completed, I'm just going to call that Kelly, the Witch of Blight, and then you'll have to use these Murrowak Pathfinders at Sherkhan Iron Mine. So to make these Murrowak Pathfinders, go to craft, go to material, and then what you're going to be looking for is process. So at the very top, you'll have these Murrowak Pathfinders, and you'll need 50 memory shards. So you can pretty much just feed memories to your Black Spirit, and you'll get a lot of these. All you'll have to do is make 2 of these, and then go to Sherkhan's Iron Mine, and you can enter from there. I'm not showing a guide on how to do that. I'm just telling you this is something that you'll want to keep an eye out for. And then also, if you're new again, if you don't know how to actually access the Mountain of Eternal Winter, you'll have to complete the story, the Mountain of Eternal Winter. So you can go to your stories over here, and I believe you can even do this on like a new character, and then go to Everfrost, and it should be the very first quest. So make sure that you do this. This is a really important quest. It's really important that you start stacking up your Citron Tea early as well. But you can do Murrowak Labyrinth 2 times, and each time you'll get 2 Void Scent Eyes. So you'll get 4 free Void Scent Eyes for basically doing like a little trial. So it's kind of cool content. Some parts are pretty difficult. Again, I'm not making a guide on that. So if you're having trouble, look up a YouTube video. Sometimes they're helpful, sometimes they're not. I like follow a YouTube video and it sometimes still doesn't work for me, but just do your best. Keep trying. Even if you die in those runs, it doesn't actually matter because you can just revive and go back in. The reward will be the same either way. So that's everything that I had for today. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, concerns, please leave them in the comment section below. I'm sorry that I've been a little slow on the content recently. I've had a lot of real life stuff going on. Nothing too crazy, and like my life is okay. I'm doing well, but you know, sometimes you have to be there for the people around you. So hopefully I'll be starting my content more frequently again here in a little bit. If you're curious what I'm working on right now, it is going to be the second episode of Zero to Hero, and then also my all essential materials guide. So a guide that goes over how, where, and why you should use all of these different materials. So like roots, all this other stuff. I know I've been harping on this a lot recently, but this is going to be a very long video, just like my my all equipment guide. So do look out for that. I'll try to make this one look a little bit nicer, but again, sorry this one was a rough, quick video. I wanted to make sure that I got this out because it had been a while since my last video. So if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate the support, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, bye.